Hey, welcome back. Hope you're doing well today. We're talking about vitamin B complexes. I typed in vitamin B12 brain function, and it says here B12 is crucial to the normal function of the brain and the nervous system. It also involves in the formation of red blood cells and helps create and regulate DNA. The metabolism of every cell in the body depends on vitamin B12, as it plays a part in the synthesis of fatty acids and energy production. Why are you telling us this, Nick? You might be wondering. Well, there's a B12 deficiency in our country and many other countries of the world. 40% of the American population suffers from B12 levels that are too low. Interesting study came out in the Viruses Journal. We're at the National Library of Medicine. SARS-CoV-2 spike proteins impair DNA damage repair and inhibits recombination in vitro. Very interesting study. And so that's why we're going over vitamin B12 today, because involved in the formation of red blood cells and helps to create and regulate DNA. And you see a lot of the symptoms for the Rona having to do with blood clots and brain problems, oxygen to the brain, dementia, all these types of symptoms. And B12 we see here is a important part of our blood and our brain and DNA. Alright, so you might have heard in the news, we're at thehill.com, Brazil coronavirus's surge. It was in the news not that long ago. Oh, Brazil, cases surging. Brazil and India. India's COVID surge puzzles scientists. Interesting, right? What's so puzzling about it, I wonder? There's a high B12 deficiency in Brazil and a lot of poor countries of the world. Vitamin B12 deficiency endemic in Indian population. Close to half, more than half. B12 deficient. And we see here the spike protein impairs DNA damage repair. And we're seeing all these kinds of organ failures, multiple organ failure, sepsis, this kind of thing. So that's all making a lot of sense here. Okay, now let's see. verywellhealth.com, B vitamins may help to improve COVID outcomes. Check out the article. We're at clinicaltrials.gov. It's a study from the Hospital de la Soledad. And we're talking about vitamin D, omega-3 combination vitamins, B complexes, and they're talking about supplementation, but of course, natural forms of these guys you're going to want. So yeah, it's just talking about more about the B complexes and how they relate to the Rona. Okay, now we're at, let's see, opinion article 2020, potential role of vitamin B6 in ameliorating severity of COVID-19 and its complications. Okay, more stuff telling us what we need to know here. Eureka alert, vitamin B6 may help to keep the Rona's cytokine storms at bay. That sounds important. So I typed that in. A severe immune reaction in which the body releases too many cytokines into the blood too quickly. Signs and symptoms include high fever, inflammation, severe fatigue and nausea. Sometimes a cytokine storm may be severe or life-threatening, leading to multiple organ failure, just like the Rona. Oh, and this is at cancer.gov. Huh, interesting. Very interesting. Okay, so now let's look at the highest foods in B12. And what is everybody noticing here? Anybody notice anything particular here? Clams, lamb liver, lamb kidney, beef liver, octopus, oysters, pork liver, beef kidney, mussels, mackerel, pork kidney, liverwurst, herring, king crab. So let's type in sources of vitamin B12. Let's see what we get. Top 10 foods highest in B12. Okay, tuna. Alright, clams. Alright, that's just like the other list. Oh, but then we come down here, number 5. Let's see, number 5. Octopus at 600%. So number 5, they say fortified cereals. Number 6, fortified soy milk. Number 7, fortified tofu. Alright, this is some big pharma type shit. You know what I mean? So that's why we got to be careful about all of this type of supplementation, or the vegetarian supplementation, or the vegan supplementation mindset, when we're just taking synthesized pills, or eating synthesized fortified cereals, or fortified soy milks, when we in reality should be eating natural sources of vitamin B12. Again, it's a crucial to the normal function of the brain and nervous system. And we're even the United States is at a 40% B12 deficiency. And the United States has been getting hit hard with the Rona numbers, just like Brazil, just like India, right? And then we got these scientists, Indian massive COVID surge, puzzle scientists. Yeah, real puzzling, right? See ya.